There once was a man captured by the Nazis and sentenced to death. While he was alone in his cell, he was allowed to write because his family was well connected and they had a bit of money, so they were able to sneak him in some pen and paper. He was allowed to write his legacy, letters and papers from prison. His name was Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And one of the most important things he contributed to the world was letting us all know that you can't argue with stupid people. You can reason with evil, but not stupidity, which makes stupidity so much more scarier than evil itself. The kind of stupidity I'm talking about isn't the goofy kind. It's the kind of stupidity that evolves over time after you hand over your moral compass and adopt somebody else's. So when you no longer think for yourself what's right and wrong and instead follow someone else's advice telling you what's right and wrong, then you're essentially handing over your intellect to somebody else who you think is more powerful or more righteous than yourself. And that's really all it takes. It is that simple to become stupid, by relying on somebody else's reasoning and moral authority. It means that finally, after all these years of anguish and turmoil, judging what's right from wrong, you can finally put all that aside and relinquish your moral and ethical responsibilities. In other words, you will have no more guilt. You'll be free of guilt. You'll be free of guilt because you're following a person that you believe in. The more fear that you have towards something, it could be anything, but if there's a person who's fighting against what you're scared of, the more scared you are, the more you will believe in this person who's fighting against this fear. This person happens to be someone in a position of power and authority, so they have this power that you wish you had, and all you can do is support this person who is fighting against all this tyranny. I'm not immune myself to these things. It is happening subconsciously. Like, all this happens without you even knowing it. For instance, I'll just give you an example. I myself voted for Kamala Harris because I'm scared of Trump. Like, I'm scared of what he's capable of doing. The tables have turned, and she was president of the United States. I would back her 100%, and I believe that she fights for what's good, you know? And when you look at like that, like good against evil, everything becomes black and white. There's no gray area. So you either support good or you support evil. I can see myself doing this. My mind wouldn't be able to comprehend Kamala Harris doing anything wrong because there's something called cognitive dissonance that happens when your brain gets confused when two opposing beliefs are battling each other. So if Kamala was president and she was consolidating all her power and eliminating all the checks and balances, I would be okay with that because she'll be right no matter what she does. She's there to protect us. So I'm no better than the Trumpers because I would do it myself if I was them. By supporting these people with all the power, it's like you're claiming a bit of this power for yourself. And all of this power could be yours if only you just hand over that little voice inside your head, the same voice that was for all these years calling you dumb and stupid and not worth anything. This little voice no longer has to be there anymore because you believe in somebody that believes in you. They have to believe in you because without you, they lose all their power. Bonhoeffer wrote, "Against stupidity, we are defenseless." Stupidity thinks that it's virtuous, and stupidity cannot be argued with, is not persuaded by facts, and it doesn't respond to empathy. Do you remember the Milgram experiment? It's the one where regular folks were told to shock people just because a guy in a lab coat told them to. 65% of these volunteers cranked up the voltage to full blast just because they were told to. They weren't evil, they were being obedient, they were following the script, and they were probably scared they weren't going to get compensated unless they did. Bonhoeffer calls this functional stupidity. It could also be called mass hysteria. It's when people stop thinking, and it's not because they're evil, but it's because that the system is designed to give them cookies for not thinking for themselves. And when that happens, our society will stop being a community and instead become a hive. Bonhoeffer also said that stupidity isn't about intelligence. It's about social condition. It's a collective trance. When people fuse into groups, such as nations, parties, religions, fan clubs, they tend to all groove to a certain team spirit. The loudest voice becomes the default setting, and complexity is replaced by slogans. Thinking is outsourced to the algorithm. And about those algorithms, Bonhoeffer, he feared propaganda. And today we have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have all these platforms where anybody could create a conspiracy theory. In today's world, stupidity doesn't trickle down from dictators. It's streamed. It's repackaged into viral nonsense and spoon-fed straight to your dopamine receptors. False information travels 6 times faster than the truth. And why is that? Because it feels better. Because it agrees with your biases. Because it doesn't require effort. Truth is slow, but rage is addicting. Stupidity, it becomes profitable. It scales. It's easier to monetize nonsense than it is to monetize the truth. In this video, I'm hoping I'm going to monetize the truth. Meanwhile, evil is hiding behind the applause. Here are 3 culprits that perpetuate this conundrum of stupidity. Number 1, since stupidity sells, all our politicians are now making TikTok videos for brain bait. Brands go viral for dopamine instead of depth. News organizations chase ad revenue. Reflection gets buried while stupidity gets funded. So number 1, economics is the first culprit that perpetuates our society into stupidity. Number 2, cognition. Your brain is tired. We consume 74 gigabytes of information every single day, and that's equivalent to 5 times reading the Bible. When you're tired, your brain defaults to stuff that's familiar, quick, and simple, not the things that are correct. People give up on the truth not out of malice, but because they're tired. Number 3, the third thing that is causing our rapid sink into stupidity is technology. The algorithm is your brain now. We no longer choose what we see. Our computer does that for us. And it doesn't care what's true, it only cares what's clickable. The algorithm isn't biased towards facts. It's biased towards your feelings, towards outrage, and towards tribalism. We don't live in a town square anymore. We live in a house of mirrors. And every reflection you see just says, you're right, you're righteous, you should stay mad and scared. So what do we do when we don't know what to believe anymore? Bonhoeffer offered some advice for all of us. It's a way that we can quietly rebel, and we can do it with stubborn, quiet thinking. In a stupid world, thinking is radical. And this is why Bonhoeffer was executed. He was imprisoned and executed mainly because he wouldn't turn his brain off, because he wouldn't conform and obey to people telling him what to do. Freedom isn't about yelling to people what you want. Real freedom comes from knowing yourself and knowing your own beliefs. Are you performing an action for the sake of pleasing others? Are you reflecting on your actions? Are you processing your actions? Or are you merely just doing things out of habit and repeating things that you do in daily habits? If you're not reflecting on your actions or processing what's happening around you, then there might be a little piece of you that believes that you're too righteous to even do that. The most dangerous form of stupidity isn't stupidity, it's feeling that you're righteous. Bonhoeffer watched regular people commit horrors because these people thought they were the good guys. They didn't need truth. They had certainty. And Bonhoeffer labeled this kind of behavior moral stupidity. The stupid person is often stubborn, and when facts get in the way of their beliefs, they just push them away like they don't exist. Because these people, more than anything, they don't want to learn. That's not what's important to them. The main thing they care about is belonging. These regular people, they end up worshiping sides, and they take politics like it's their own personal religion. This type of behavior is so ingrained in society, it's everywhere in the world, and there is a name for it. Psychologists call this identity protective cognition. Your brain unknowingly shields your beliefs and protects them because without your beliefs, you will have no more identity. Your beliefs are your identity. Anyway, these people aren't going to change their mind. They're not evil, they're just very stubborn, and they're very scared to be alone. To help shield and protect their ego, their identity, they replace curiosity with a binary thinking, such as us versus them, red versus blue. And that's where stupidity thrives. It's all autopilot. You don't even need to think about these things. There are ways to fight this impulse in us, because we all have it. I'm sure I do. A good question to ask is, why do you believe what you believe? And have you changed your mind lately? And also, do I allow others to believe in what they want to believe? Doing this won't feel natural because we're trained to react to things instead of reflect. In essence, self-honesty is the first line of defense. Bonhoeffer said that the best thing we can do is be by ourselves. Solitude, a little bit of solitude every day just to think and be ourselves and get to know who we really are and why we are. Being who you are takes a lot of courage, and making conscious choices takes a lot of effort, and it could drain you. So be prepared. Keep in mind that right now the best antidote is solitude, having courage to be who you are, and utilizing your brain by making conscious choices. And with those three things, you're gonna see quite a difference. You're gonna start to wake up. You might not like it, and maybe you won't be as happy. But you know what? I think I'd rather know the truth and try to make a difference for the younger generation at least, or the people who are suffering and all the inequalities in the world. I'd rather make a difference, because I mean, otherwise what's the point? So yeah, so in the end, you don't have to be loud, you especially don't have to be liked. All you need is a clear head, because clarity is rebellion. So you guys, this is my first YouTube video in this style, new channel, and I hope you like it and subscribe. I'm normally on a moto vlog because I ride a trike, three-wheeler motorcycle. So this is a little different. I really like making videos like this. So like and subscribe. Yay! Okay, bye bye.